Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at ICP. I have the Bitcoin dominance chart pulled up just because I want to give you a quick perspective and let you know that Bitcoin dominance is up. A lot of altcoins are coming down. It's pretty standard stuff when Bitcoin cranks up like it did. Profits are being taken from altcoins just because that's the nature of how things work. So please understand, a lot of this TA here comes with the caveat that Bitcoin, while it is doing very well, has a tendency of controlling the market. Okay, so again, keep that in mind, just kind of some friendly advice there. All well and good, ICP is still in decent shape, just that natural little corrective behavior that happens. So do not think for a moment here that the sky is falling, because it technically isn't just yet. If it is, I'd let you know, because we don't have any signs that it's going to. But there are obviously some other things we want to talk about too, right? Some important big picture stuff. So we'll look at that and much more. So if you are new to the channel, just know I love teaching people to trade, and I do want to become a better trader myself by always teaching and learning as much as I can. So if you want to become that yourself as well, cryptocash.tag is a site, link down below. I've been trading for over 20 years. I still learn little things here and there. That being said, quick congrats to our community members here. Awesome stuff from our day trading scalping bot. We shorted Matic, Matic a couple of times, ETH as well as... Which one? Oh yeah, we have shorts open for AVAX and Solana as well. So just quick little heads up, nice little profits being taken there. And of course we took a long from Solana yesterday, Bitcoin as well at 36%. So good little profits there. Again, those are just 5 to 10x leverage trades, nice and safe. So if you're curious about that, cryptocash.tag is a site. There are limited slots available, so just a quick heads up on that. If you go there and it says there's no spots left, you might just have to wait a little while, because we need to make sure we have the proper amount of me to you ratio. The me to you ratio. I just made that up. It sounds terrible. Anyways, conversation for another day. Let's talk about the daily time frame, work our way down. 20-day SMA hanging out there at about 1125, working its way up. We wicked down past that, but we bounced off that level. So again, most coins cannot say that they're above the 20-day SMA right now. It's typically going to be working as a rejection or resistance. For this, it's more of a support, and that's a fantastic sign. So heads up on that. That is a good thing. We're going to pay attention to that. We're going to draw out a little trend line here. This will be a larger term trend line, just kind of giving us perspective to pay attention, because again, price action will commonly kind of align itself with the 20-day SMA. So we just like to pay attention to that, kind of see what's going on. Taking a look at the moving average, we can see it's diverging, of course, here at this point. That's pretty standard for the price action being up as high as it did and pulling back. Even if it raked up yesterday, it's still a situation where we got to be careful, okay? And what I mean by careful is just that we got some conflicting information. RSI is coming down, money flow index is still high. That's unusual. And same thing with the stochastic RSI converging here. So typically, buying a convergence on the stochastic RSI can be successful. Just keep in mind the daily time frame has a bit of a lag, so I prefer to use smaller time frames. So let's look at that anyways, because again, the daily time frame is telling us we're above most key levels, but we have some, the RSI coming back down, implying that people feel like it's becoming a better value over time. And that's a good sign. We like to see that. That's actually very positive. But if we take a look at the MACD here in the 4-hour, we can see we have a divergence on the horizon. We can also see that the 50 on the RSI is getting tested. This is somewhat of a support level in some cases, but we have a pretty dramatic drop with a significant uptick from yesterday. I mean, we went up about 33% in only about 12 hours, so that has to come correct itself, right? So with all that being said, we kind of look down here. These are more so bearish signs, kind of letting us know the price is going to pull back. Obviously it is. When is it going to bounce? Well, we're above the 20 and the 100. We're just under the 50 at this point. The 50 is a pretty common area to kind of hold the price action in place. So I would speculate that we could see some resistance at this 0.382 level, that 1325 mark. I mentioned yesterday that was a potential resistance in the first place with that SMA. We cranked up above, and now we're dropping back below. So all that being said, strong probability we're going to be range bound between 1230 and 1330 as a close approximate, but the price action might do one of these until it decides to pick a side. Okay, one of two situations will happen. It'll either go up or down. Kidding. Well, actually, no, I'm not. There's truth in that, right? That's really how price action works. But again, I know. How great are you if you're just going to say it's going to go up or down? Truth is, a lot of times when we have conflicting information, there's not a ton of things we can do to extract being like, oh, it's going to go up or down, right? You can really just kind of take a series of time frames and understandings and recognize that this could go either up or down, even a larger or lower probability depending on. Okay, so far we've seen both time frames have conflicting information now. So what I'm getting at here is it's kind of a flip of a coin so far with what we see. If the hourly tells us something different, obviously that could sway things in a different direction, but generally speaking, when coins are kind of doing what we're seeing right now, it's sometimes best not to take a trade. And I know it's funny, somebody commented yesterday, one of the trolls, because there's occasional trolls that come in and they talk about how passionate they are about the projects. And they were just kind of really upset with the fact that I said, try to hold off on taking a trade, you know? And of course the price shot up because Bitcoin did too, right? So you don't really have control over that. However, all that having taken place, it was just kind of humorous where the price action's right back where it came from, and none the wiser, right? So anyways, just trading is not perfect, folks. That's all there is to it. But you can increase your odds of success by just kind of looking at certain things. Right now, lag and span is not free and clear of the price action, so we can consider a long position not to be a viable option. Same thing with the actual conversion line being below the baseline. We have momentum to the downside now. Okay. Now the cloud is right in front of us and should likely hold. In other words, oftentimes the upper or lower lead will hold the price action in place. If it does, great. We get confirmation, maybe consider an entry here in about like 1335, 1340. I would like to break free from this little channel here though, of course, between 1230 and 1330 to ensure that we are in good shape either breaking up or down, right? Now, at this point, statistically, if Bitcoin can hold 47,000, then we'll see ICP probably continue higher because it just needs to sell off a little bit before it can recover. That's normal. If Bitcoin drops, we'll see an exponential reversal. So that's exactly why I hesitate to tell you that we have a lot of good confirmational signs and that the price should go up when in truth is we don't know that yet, okay? Again, for folks that are taking ICP longs right now, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure it's low leverage, low position size. If you're in ICP maxi and you think that the price is going to go to the moon, then just open a 100x leverage trade and see how that works. Again, there's different strategies. I'm not discrediting high leverage, just thinking that with these large ebbs and flows, you want to be careful and protect your investment. This is trading, this is not gambling, and this is something you need to make sure that you understand. It'll get better if you let it, right? And a lot of newer traders come to me and try to pick up the pieces, and it can be difficult if you've been wrecked. So I just don't like to see people do that. So again, pumping the brakes. 95% of my analysis is going to be telling you that probably not to take a trade because that's how it should work. Okay. If this takes off tomorrow and I miss my opportunity, there's plenty more. I do not care myself, and you shouldn't either because that's kind of how trading is. If you're actually a real trader, then you'll find better opportunities, right? All right. So the long story short here is that there's no real significant sign here. We got some indications letting us know to close or take profit on your long position. And there's other indications telling us the price wants to go up. We are slightly more favored to go up than down at this point. Again, very slightly though. Okay, it's not like significant. Not significant enough for me to want to take a trade. And just to clarify, I post my results on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. This was last month. And the reason why we have these kind of profits is because we're patient and we take the right trades. We don't force a trade. I analyze 30, 40, 50 coins a day. And in that progress, I might actually see one or two good trades. Okay, so again, just please, please, please pump the brakes. It's okay. You don't have to trade every single moment of every day. If that makes you feel alive, you should probably find something else because that is not healthy behavior. Okay, anyways, what do I know? Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. Quick little heads up, if you haven't already registered for a trading competition, be sure to do so. You have 19 days to register. Technically, it starts in 5 or 6 days, so I would highly recommend sooner the better. You do have to use my link to register initially, so register for Bitunix and then register for the competition. But there you have no KYC, no VPN. It's a really good option for our community members. I'll always try to find good options for my members just because we want to make sure a lot of our US, Canadian, and even UK members are having difficulty with KYC nowadays. So again, they got you covered. Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. Be sure to check them out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. All my information is down below. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye.